Hello everybody and a warm welcome back. And those beautiful mountains are courtesy just outside of the city of Kabul in Afghanistan. And I think you can tell where we're going based off the livery. Oh yeah. We are going, I just departed Kabul actually, in Afghanistan. Word of caution, it is a high altitude airport, so make sure you adjust appropriately for that. And where we are going to Karachi, Pakistan. I'm continuing flying sort of in the Middle East and Eurasia, etc., because I want to encourage you to go fly other parts of the world. Beauty is everywhere on this planet. All you have to do is go and fly there. Explore different regions. It is stunning out here. The same with Iran, Iraq. You can't judge these countries, based off, all the stuff that goes on today. Look at them through history. Cabin crew can get up. You can go to flight. We're going up to 37,000. I really do, they've got to fix the lighting in the sim, man. I'm just telling you. Inside the flight decks, it's horrible. I'll just put you on cruise lighting. There we go. Little cloudy, kind of mixed bag, if you will. As we head out, we are on a departure. We took off from runway 29. Probably should have taken off on the other end, but them mountains that were right off the end of the runway, they kind of freaked me out a little bit. So went out the same way I came in almost, except I'm continuing to the south. And absolutely beautiful part of the world to fly. Just don't let the politics interfere with your enjoyment. There's gorgeous places everywhere on this planet. Go out and find them. And I want to encourage, one of the things I've always done on this channel over the past 2.5 years or so, has been encouraging you to fly to places that you normally may not. When I go on that sim, I'm not saying I never see pilots in the sky, like up in the air when I'm flying, but they're bypassing all this stuff. They're not going into Afghanistan or into Pakistan or Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, or any of these things. Azerbaijan, they're flying over it. It's an ends to a means. They're going non-stop to Qatar or Dubai, Riyadh, stuff like that. And they never actually fly in these countries. And I want to encourage you to actually go explore other places on the planet, other than the big ones. Some of the places, I didn't record it. When I left Turkmenistan, I went to Tashkent in Kurdistan or Uzbekistan. And then from Uzbekistan, I went to Kurdistan, I believe it was, or Tajikistan. And then from there into Kabul in Afghanistan. Now I'm going down to Karachi. And then I haven't decided. I've got some options. I can go over into the Persian Gulf. I can go into Egypt, which would be fine with me because I do love flying in Africa as well. I could go to India. and fly to, I don't know, Delhi, something like that, someplace in the Punjab. Could go to Mumbai, obviously. Or I could go to Lhasa in Tibet. I could go onto the Mongol Plain, which I have flown before. Xizang. I mean, there's so many options for where I could go. I just haven't decided. But don't worry, you're not going to have to watch all of them. I got a couple of freeware airports in the U.S. I want to show you, so do not fear that all I'm going to do is be flying in this region for the next month. By the way, a big thank you to the influx of new subscribers. We have now broken over 500. I cannot thank you enough. Things that we're using right now. I did use ground handling blocks. Of course, better pushback. A lot of these things I always go. You should always have these, the AVI tab. Matter of fact, you can't fly this plane without the AVI tab, really. We are in the Zibo mod. This is version 4.01.13. It is the newest version. If you want to know how to see, bear with me, long time X-Plane user. This is for the new users. And yes, there are a number of new people coming into or coming back to X-Plane. Just click the question mark, and that will show you what version of the Zibo you are flying. Currently, I am using Xenviro. That's what's causing all the beautiful clouds and everything and all of that. And as you can see, I am on version 1.32. This is the absolute latest version. It came out on Sunday morning, and I had an issue with it. And I noticed another person, or number two, in another Discord, they had issues with it, the exact same I did. This would not show up for me, and it wasn't showing up for them. I said what I did to fix it, a suggestion. I haven't heard whether it worked for them. I had to turn off my high refresh within X-Plane 12 itself. So I had to go to 60 hertz, locked. And I had to go to 1080p. Makes no rhyme or reason to me, but that's what fixed it for me. Because I couldn't see that page that I just showed you, and I couldn't see the settings page. By the way, there's my settings, just in case you're curious. Work in progress. I'm always messing around with this. There we go. Let's look up there. Too pretty. Now this is a long flight. This is, well, not long. It's not long by my measure. I once did a live stream that was like 12 hours long in the 747. I did go to sleep for a few hours and that stuff, but flew overnight in the 7-4, and doing 12, 14-hour flights to me does not faze me at all. Even though I'm getting into my later 60s, don't matter. The joy of flying and seeing all different parts of the world, it has never grown old for me at all. But I don't expect you to watch all of this 2.5-hour flight. So here's what we're going to do. If you go down below and click like, share, comment, subscribe, please do that. And do leave a comment. I do reply to them as best I can. It also helps the YouTube algorithm. If you click show more, you will find a link to my Discord. You'll find a link to how you can buy me a cup of coffee. And it goes right back into the channel so that we can get things like the A340 I just featured in my last video. And other add-ons for the sim. I do not use it for personal use. You will also find a link to where you can get Xenviro where you can get XP Realistic, where you can get your own Zibo mod. This livery is off the .org forums. Also where you can get like the Avi tab and you know, stuff like that. They'll all be linked below, as well as my computer specs are down there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue flying. I will unleash the passengers and get them so that they can walk around, aka. And you can just continue to look out the window with me sitting over there. And we'll bring you back when we are getting to around top of descent, maybe a little before, a little after. Glad to have you on board with us. Let me give you an outside view. Let's do 4. How's that? Yeah. You want a little sunshine? Yeah. I'm looking for a thumbnail. That will do nicely for now. I'll be taking more than a thing. Thanks for flying along. See you on the other side. And a warm welcome back, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed your flight. We're just coming up on top of descent, bringing you back just a little bit early. It's a default airport. I have pretty much started removing all my X-Plane 11 airports I brought over. I'm at the point now where it's like, why am I putting old stuff in a new sim? I realize, you know, if you got $1,000 worth of stuff tied up in X-Plane, I fully get it. I just foresee that causing a lot of problems down the road as the sim keeps getting upgraded and patched and new things added. People keep asking about with the Zibo, when are we going to see an X-Plane 11, the stuff that's in this Zibo here. Barring a miracle, never. And it simply comes down to, there are things that this aircraft uses that rely on things that are in X-Plane that don't even exist in X-Plane 11. It's not physically possible for Mr. Zibo to actually even put it in the sim, because the systems themselves don't exist in X-Plane 11. And I can start seeing this kind of stuff happening more and more as the sim starts adding newer technologies that simply do not exist in X-Plane 11, and I'm not going to say never, but I just don't see them ever being put in X-Plane. They won't be put in by Laminar, put it that way. And I just want to be ahead of that curve. All the aircraft I fly now are X-Plane 12 native. I got rid of any X-Plane 11 aircraft that I brought over. Including freeware ones. And that, like my Robin, my DR400, you know, Aerobask has a X-Plane 12 native. Why would I bring over the X-Plane 11 version? Makes absolutely zero sense. And why do I want old stuff in my new simulator? That's just me. If you want to bring over X-Plane 11, that's fine. I fully respect that. It's your sim. You fly your sim your way. I'm going to do it my way. The flight has been perfect. Xenviro's performed very well. I've not had any issues with anything in that regard. I haven't had an issue with the Zibo. I wasn't expecting to have problems with the Zibo, truth be told. We'll do some more outside as we come down. Somebody was mentioning to me with some of these ones where it's like a very defined square, they said it's not actually necessarily always an issue with ortho. It can be a military installation, it can be an oil refinery, it can be a nuclear power plant, a government installation, and they black it out on satellite imagery. Now, obviously, militaries around the world have access to the actual raw satellite imagery, and all that information is there. But it's not necessarily in public imagery that's made available. Is that true? I don't know. Again, AutoOrtho is being used. This is version 0.7.2. Xenviro is the latest version that came out yesterday. I'm recording this on Monday, April 15th, 2024. We are on version 1.32. Go back, watch the beginning of the video. I did have a problem with this version, and the way I found to fix it, I don't know. It could have just been a one-off, but it's not. It makes for a smaller file size for me. So I mean, in all honesty, so we're on 1080p. One hint tip I will give you with Xenviro: under graphics, put your cloud quality at nothing, like down, 0. X-Plane is no longer in charge of the skybox, the atmospherics, the depiction of humidity, clouds, shaders. Xenviro overwrites and overrides all of that stuff. No point asking X-Plane to draw clouds that will never be seen. Give your video card a break. It's going to work hard enough doing what Xenviro wants it to do, so no need to put any extra strain on it. Winds for the flight were pretty simple. 50 to 70 knot sort of cross headwind for pretty much most all of the flight. The scenery down below when I did get into clears was, you know, like this in taller mountains as well. Just looked absolutely stunningly beautiful. If I zoom in, you see that one's not going away. Will it go away if I go this way? No. So, I mean, there might be something to what that person said. I'm not sure. They may have just been, you know, throwing out an idea that they had thought, and I'm like, kind of makes sense. There we go. How's she looking up top? It's all looking good. We are coming in on approach, so we'll get these two continuous. It was on both. Okay, that's good. Really got to brighten up these flight decks, Laminar. Okay, these are ridiculous. And I already did my descent wind forecast and everything like that. The aircraft is coming down nicely. We will now get you to allow 30-degree bank turns. And 254. All sides. Auto brake 1, we have like a 11,000 foot runway, so I'm not really worried about that. Runway conditions are dry. I already have my VREFs and my minimums already in. We are doing the ILS Yankee. I don't have a requirement for the Zulu. It's fine. It's not a bad day. That's going to be depicted. So there is the latest. What have we got? OPKC, it's now changed to 1013. A few clouds at 6,000, scattered at 10,000. It's kind of warm, so 1013. We will change that. And one thing that's nice, these are all linked, so that's cool.
Attention all aircraft. QNH 1011.
I don't know where that comes from. If you heard that, attention all aircraft, QNH 1011. I'm not sure where they're picking that up from. Or what is actually causing that. I don't know if that's an Xenviro thing, it's a Zibo thing, it's a new thing that got added to X-Plane. I don't really know. One thing I do know is clouds look spectacular. And multiple levels, different types, different shapes. Would like a bit more fidelity on them, not gonna lie, but they do have that down as listed as a known issue. But it's looking good. Not really, especially at 1080 now. Now, if you've got a 4070, 4080, or if you're one of those lucky people that money's not an object and you have like a 14900K for like 5.5 gigahertz all cores, 64 gigs of RAM, and you've got a 4090, just put everything at 4K and just knock yourself out. I mean, seriously, that's what I would do. And I'd be pumping this through my projector onto my 7-foot screen. I wouldn't even be sitting at my desktop, at my computer desk. I'd take the computer and plug it into my projector. As I said, the scenery around here, man, is beautiful. You just got to go out and, you know, discover it and fly to it. Get out of your comfort zone. You know, I mean, that's just my take on it all. I mean, everybody is different. I fully get that. My final approach altitude will be 2,000, but we can hold off on that for now. 109.70, 109.70. We will double check against the charts. 109.70. Identifier is IQA. And that's all looking good there. What is transition altitude here? Wow, 3,000 feet? Okay. Transition level is flight level 50. Wow, that is low. Well, maybe not flight level. Maybe not, because the UK has got some airports where you go to, you know, like flight level 50 and stuff like that, you know, in them. So maybe not. I just find it really odd. You know, being a North American, like we use 18,000 feet. I think Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. all use 18,000. It's 14 in Japan and South Korea. It's 9,800, if I remember, in China. Depending where you are in China. Where, I mean, I fly in Asia a lot. But as I've said, I do fly in Eurasia, the Middle East, and Africa as well, quite a bit. But I've never actually shown flying in Eurasia or, you know, Indochina and stuff like that. I've shown China, I've shown Japan, I've shown South Korea, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines. I've done stuff like that, but it's like, I always talk about I fly around these areas, like all here, a lot like that, quite a bit. And yet I'm looking through my channel, and I'm like, yeah, but you've never actually done a video flying them. So these last couple of videos are showing you flying in these areas. And like I said, I haven't determined where I'm going to go after this. But I mean, a lot of those videos they won't be videos on the channel. I might make them as one or two of them as a Discord member only thing. The Discord is free, by the way, link down below. Click show more. You can also find links to a number of the add-ons that I'm using for this video, including Xenviro and AutoOrtho, and the Zibo mod itself, of course, and how you can buy me a coffee. My computer specs are all down there. The Discord's completely free. I'm in there usually a couple of times a day at least. Okay, next up. Dun, 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 dun. Five, 2, and we keep coming down. Yeah. And I'm. Do I have terrain around here? Well, you picked a heck of a time to ask that question, dude. Now you're into the cloud. Okay. And we'll get that in a bit more. And one last check. We're doing full flap landing. 109.70 and 254 are cross-checked with the charts. 40, 135, it'll be more like 140 at 5 for the winds, just in case. 1013 for the QNH. I'll wait for this to complain to me. How's that? It's not that far off standard pressure right now, so. And the aircraft slowed down beautifully. Speed brake armed. And let's see how she handles it. I've been primarily flying the A340 up until now from Jar Design. So this will be my first real full flight and landing in the updated Zibo. So let's see how it goes. If you're new to the channel, I am notorious for like really, really bad landings. But I fly for fun, man. It's all about, at the end of the day, a day of flying and other stuff. Do I have a smile on my face? Did I have fun? And look back and go, man, that was a good day. Then to me, I did everything right. Even if I ran off the end of the runway on that. I'm not a real world pilot. I don't pretend to be. And I don't strive to fly my simulator like one. I always try to do my best. But I don't get bent out of shape. I have a live stream up on the channel where I freaking went into a massive thunderstorm landing on a I was getting blown all over the place. Completely blew the landing. snapped the nose gear off, 2 engines on fire, ran off the end of the runway. Now in real life I would never do that. I would be terrified to death. But I was laughing my butt off the entire time, and so were a couple of other members who were like, dude, that is like one of the worst landings I've ever seen. And I was like, I know. There we go. Okay, let's see what we can do. Again, don't forget to hit that like and the share, the comment. I do reply to them all, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you like more laid back style where you're sitting right there and we're just carrying on a conversation. And the way you carry on the conversation is in the comments. Unless this airport is like for a default airport, it's like, I have to say, Kabul surprised me. It's like, that's not a bad looking airport for a default airport. I couldn't see what the flags were, and they weren't animated. They weren't the Afghan flag, so I'm not sure what they were. And I mean, with the blue, well, Afghanistan is definitely not part of the EU. So, okay, landing system. And how are we doing? Approach. Localizers alive. We will keep the speed for now, as we do have 13 miles, so that's fine. Okay. And 2,000 is approach course altitude, so I mean we're still not intercepting glide path or anything like that, so
1,000 to go.
confirm.
$2,500.
Confirm. We're a little high, but I'm not worried about it. We have plenty of time. Now I'll get flaps 1 in. Speed is cross-checked. Straight to flaps 5. There we go. Glide slope coming in. The gamma is overdone, like the brightness of something. I don't know what it is. Flaps 15. 6 miles out. Gear down, 3 green. Flaps 20. Like, this should be way brighter, man. It's so hard to see. And this thing doesn't have... Flaps 30. No, sunglasses don't help either.
Flaps. Flaps.
Yes, I know. I can't even see the runway. Those sunglasses are doing absolutely nothing.
Approaching 2-5 left.
If you say so.
500.
Flight slow.
400.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
Be quiet.
Slow. Flight slow.
Approaching minimums.
Where is the airport?
Approaching minimums.
Minimums.
200.
Tank rate. Tank
100.
rate. Tank rate. Tank rate.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Long landing. Long landing.
10,
9,000 feet remaining.
That was ridiculous. I should have done an auto land. That was so wild.
80 knots.
This... I'm beginning to wonder if it's pollution, actually. You know?
2,000 remaining.
Auto brakes off. Tell me you've got one down here. You do. Exit left. Okay. I didn't see, I have to look when I play back the video to myself and see. This fog or pollution or whatever, I mean, maybe it's like this in real life. I don't know. Obviously, I've never been here in real life. But that was a bit much. No runway lighting, per se. At least I didn't see any lead-in lights at all. Get the flaps up. Yeah. Go away. You can go off. You won. I am not gonna. TA. Hour 48, not bad. But I wasn't expecting this at all. Still a fairly gentle touchdown, completely missed center line, obviously. And went way too long, I understand that, but... Surprised these didn't go down. Yeah, this was definitely a very basic airport. which is fine. Obviously, there probably is freeware renditions of some of these airports, but they're X-Plane 11 that were converted, perhaps even from X-Plane 10. I'm not putting that in X-Plane 12. Not that I think the authors have done bad work or anything like that. As I mentioned earlier, I just don't want old stuff in my new sim if I can completely avoid it. My XRAS is X-Plane 12 native. My Better Pushback is X-Plane 12 native. Xenviro is X-Plane 12 native. Ground Handling Deluxe, like they're all native X-Plane 12 plugins and such. You know, a month or so back, I bought the new Kansai International from Dark Blue Scenery. Literally the minute it came out, I bought it and did a flight into it. Yeah, let's not hit the oil barrels. We'll pull over here. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for this one. One of these times flying over here, we're going to end up with some decent weather. And that. Maybe I will go down to, well, Egypt has bad pollution too. Parking brake set. I'm just going to do the dirty. GPU. Connect. Get those off. There we go. So that's going to do it for this one, folks. If you like it, share, comment, subscribe. Do hit the thumbs up as well. Horrible weather on climb out from takeoff and here at the airport. Like I said, I don't know if it's fog, just massive humidity, pollution, a combination of the both. Really spooky. Were there lead-in lights and I just couldn't see them? I'm kind of curious. No, there aren't. So even from here, that's the visibility I had to deal with. And I'm not sure why the aircraft was having such trouble maintaining the descent. We're not at high altitude. This could be fog because we are near the coast. So, but yeah, no lead-in lights. Looks like they're supposed to be there, but they're not showing up. So this airport definitely needs work. Anyway, folks, I hope you have a fantastic week. Again, click show more. You can find a lot of the things that I was using. Until the next time, stay safe, be kind to one another, keep the blue side up, and I will see you in the skies. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye for now from Karachi, Pakistan.